Previous work has shown that children help others frequently across a variety of contexts and different situations. Additionally, children often help other people without being prompted, asked, or told to do so. So, an important question to consider is, will children show this same desire to help other things like technological devices? For example, will children help a robotic toy? In the present study, young children between the ages of 1.5 and 3 years of age observed a robotic toy. The toy displayed a series of behaviors. Half the children saw the toy exhibit positive behaviors, while the other half of the children were randomly assigned to see the toy exhibit negative behaviors. Let's take a quick look at both a positive and a negative behavior that the toy exhibited in the study. First, let's take a look at a positive behavior. Now let's take a look at a negative behavior that the toy did during the study. Remember, afterward, the children watched the robot attempt and fail to stack blocks. Children were then given the opportunity to approach the toy, and they could help the toy if they wanted to. Importantly, children were not told or asked to help the toy. Let's now take a look at an example of a child who helped the robotic toy complete the task of stacking the blocks. So in this video, you can see the child attempted to help the robot in a variety of ways. First, the child took the unstacked block and put it near the robot, trying to put the block into the robot's arm. When that didn't work, the child pointed at the top of the stack, trying to indicate to the robot where that unstacked block should ultimately be placed. And finally, when that didn't work, the child themselves picked up the unstacked block and stacked it on top for the robot. Young children's reactions were coded frame by frame. Specifically, we coded for behaviors that indicated the child attempting to help the robot. 3 micro behaviors were actually coded for children's attempts to help. First, whether children moved the unstacked block closer to the stack of blocks. The second micro behavior was when the unstacked block was moved closer to the robot. And thirdly, when children moved the robot closer to the unstacked block. Interestingly enough, regardless of the behavior conveyed by the robot, either positive or negative, depending upon which condition the children was assigned, 2 behavioral patterns were observed across all the children in the study. Firstly, all children engaged in the 3 micro behaviors, and they made frequent attempts to help the robot. The average across all infants made nonverbal and/or verbal attempts to engage their parents to interact with the robot. As you can see here, we've plotted the total attempts to help the robot for every single participant in the study. On the bottom of the x-axis, you can see our participant numbers. On the y-axis, you can see the number of micro behaviors, specifically the different ways children attempted to help the robot. Again, all children attempted to help the robot stack the blocks, and they engaged in many different ways of trying to help using these different micro behaviors we've outlined. Additionally, all children engaged their parent in the interaction, trying to get the parent to interact with the robot and pay attention to the situation. So although children's interactions with technology are often viewed as a solitary activity, we have shown that these interactions can be an opportunity for both collaboration and social interaction. Additionally, these results show how children spontaneously interact with the robot in a helpful way and how they attempt to engage their parent in the interaction with the robot. Finally, the findings highlight the need for analyzing young children's behavior at the micro level to fully capture and understand the interactive and collaborative aspects of young children's experiences with technology.